Hello! I just realized I forgot to actually put my iPad on the screen, so give me one moment. But hello. Hi, Kai, and hi, Blanket. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Oh my gosh, everything's all broken. Blah, blah, blah. Scuffy Doo is not moving. She's not moving. There we go. Oh, right on schedule. Cassie decided to join too, but hello. Let me get some music going. Um, Yeah, I haven't streamed since last week, I think. Play. Let me know if the music is a good volume. Cassie is now sitting on top of my mouse, so I cannot move. Oh my gosh, everything's all broken. The YouTube Studio does not seem to want to track today. Are we gonna have to do a PNG today? I guess we'll see. Hello? All right. Awesome. I think this is working at least good enough. How's work today, Sammy? It was pretty alright. I had stuff to work on for sure, but my supervisor was very busy. He's been pretty busy lately. Oh my gosh, hang on. I'm just gonna switch to the reactive. This is a bit too scuffy for me, I think. And we'll give it a try. But yeah, work was good. I ended up working a little bit later than I intended, not by a whole lot, but it was just a lot of stuff trying to get turned around that felt a little bit stuck. Yeah, how was your day and how did your stream go? I know I popped in for a little bit, but I didn't catch a lot of it. I think I was mostly lurking for a majority of it. Hang on, I'm switching over to reactive Sammy. We're going PNG mode today, I think. I think it might. I wonder if it's because I added this little bubble guy. I had this little bouncy bubble just because I thought it would be fun, but I don't know if maybe that's just too much going on, maybe. I'll give it a few minutes, see if YouTube Studio works better. I know they had a pretty big update recently, so I feel like that could also be why. Because they had a whole thing about updating how live 2D items work, but I don't know if that actually went live yet, but they announced it earlier today. I think it was either earlier today or like really late last night. My day was pretty good. I was just mindless grinding away today for stream. Okay, that's cool. Sounds pretty neat. Yeah, kind of same. Just working, schmirking. Yeah, I sketched this thing out yesterday because I was playing a little bit of TFT yesterday with Kai, and he has this very cute chibi Briar, whatchamacallit, that's very cute. And I don't play League much, I play TFT sometimes, but I enjoy Briar and her backstory and her design. She's pretty cool, so I just felt like drawing her. She's just a hungry gorl. Scary hungry gorl, but just a hungry gorl at heart. So yeah, I just figured I'd do some Briar doodles today. I have some references up. I don't know how much I can share just like images on Google though, because I don't want to really get in trouble. I don't think I would, but just to be safe, I just have my references on a different screen today. And then yeah, this is a very rough sketch, so I think step one will be clean this up, and then who knows, maybe I'll draw the little shark skin Briar too. But yeah, I'm a sucker for her design. She's just a gorl, just a bloodthirsty hungry gorl, but just a gorl. Yeah, we also had our a lot of wedding stuff, planning stuff has been well underway lately too, which has been a little stressy. I was thinking of streaming yesterday and just working on some wedding stuff sort of on the side, like doing another co-working stream like I did last time, but I think after work Cassie got really cuddly. Not like super cuddly, but she was cuddling with my legs, and I was like, this doesn't happen often, so I just let her sleep and was like, okay, I'm not gonna disturb her. We're just gonna save it for tomorrow. But yeah, it's starting to feel very real because we had our florals meeting yesterday, and so a lot of like the decoration stuff was discussed. at least on the flower side, which I feel like is like a majority of what we're using anyways. But yeah, the clear picture of what the wedding's gonna be like is starting to slowly get pieced together, which is a little bit scary. So as decoration, so far we'd mostly just have like the flowers and a few like ribbon, like whatever you call it, like the banners and stuff. One thing I do want to do is have like a selfie mirror, like a little vanity mirror. I know a lot of people have been doing that and just having like the bride and groom's name like on it, just kind of like a little vinyl things, DIY'd and whatnot. Yeah, but we have more of our color scheme a little bit nailed down, and we also discussed what flowers will go in like the bouquets and stuff, which is very exciting. And I'm very grateful to all the vendors we've been working with, because I feel like I'm very clueless on a lot of this stuff. Like I don't have many like inspiration photos or like Pinterest boards saved like a lot of people do. So yeah, give me the details. Honestly, it's mostly I can't remember the names of many flowers. like she listed all the flowers that we were gonna have, but yeah, I don't want to share too much. But once it happens, I don't know, maybe I'll share a few photos here and there, because I'm very excited. Is still some art that I want to do leading up to the wedding, because I don't know if you guys remember that I was working on those trading cards as favors, which I still do want to do. I'm hoping I can still get them done in time. I think I'm still pretty on track. But at some point I will be like drawing like my dress and stuff like that, which obviously I can't show on screen, like on stream, but I think it would be cool to lock in and work on the last of that art. So yeah, that's something that I will probably do at some point or another. Man, I'm spending so much time on like, just these eyes, even though it's just a sketch, but I feel like I am not getting the shape right. Weird Beast, hello, welcome. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, I'm drawing Briar, even though I don't even play League. I just think she's neat. To quote Marge Simpson, I just think they're neat. Hope everyone's week and weekend went well. What else did I do this weekend? Celebrated a friend's birthday. Kai went fishing with said friend. We actually didn't realize it was his birthday till they were out fishing, so that was kind of a last minute thing. Then we did a separate thing also kind of for his birthday, which was pretty neato. I also went to my parents' house to borrow their printer to print addresses for our wedding invitations onto like the envelopes, because I feel like that just looks really neat compared to like using labels and stuff. My dad was trying to make the argument that labels would have like a quote cleaner look, but then he saw one example of that I did of printing the names and stuff directly on the envelopes, and then he was sold like instantly. He was like, "Ooh, that does look a lot cleaner, like you should totally do that." And I'm like, "Yep, that's the plan." Yeah, I still have a few addresses to get, but it is a bit of weight off my chest to have most of them taken care of. But the thing with envelopes is, since they're so thick, you kind of have to feed them to the printer like one at a time. And so I was standing there for literally almost exactly an hour just feeding the printer and printing the individual envelopes. So that was fun. I took a time lapse of it too. I was slowly losing my mind. It was great. And then my mom, being my mom, I went over because like we have a printer at our place, but it doesn't print. It couldn't print the size of envelope that I was trying to use, which you would think nowadays printers could do like most custom sizes, but I don't know. This one did not. So I went over to my parents to use theirs, and my mom was still like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Costco and we're gonna go take the dogs to their grooming appointment. We're gonna do this and that. You wanna come with? And I'm like, no, mom, I came over because I have to do stuff. Cause like it's not like I don't like spending time with my parents, but like this time in particular, I was like, oh, I have stuff to do, and I was like, oh, I don't want to like have to come back out again later and then do more of these if I run out of time. Because that night we had plans too, so I was like, I can't stay all day regardless. And she's like, oh, I don't mind the company, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not about the company per se. It's more just like I gotta get these done because we gotta send out the invitations. But I think my mom, after the week that we had all the siblings back home for a little bit before my sisters went back to their respective living situations, my mom was feeling a bit empty nested again. Even though my brother's still around, I think it is a little bit different. I think she was missing the kids. Although at that point, I think literally it had been like less than a week since everyone had left. Maybe about a week actually. Which is funny because one of them is already on her way back and the other will be back tomorrow, I think, because we have our bachelorette weekend trip this weekend, which will be big exciting. So yeah, it's like they weren't even like gone for that long and my mom was already like, oh, the house is so empty, and I'm like, dang, my brother's not good enough. Kidding, obviously, but there's definitely a level of they're used to having a lot more people in the house, which I would have thought they'd kind of gotten used to again after all this time, but maybe not quite yet. Yeah, my New York sister's still trying to figure out her living situation, if she's gonna stay out there, if she's gonna come back to California, which largely depends on work, but I feel like at this point she's gonna have to decide the living situation thing first before the job thing, or like the job thing can come after, because like, yeah, I think her lease at her current place is up soon. I don't know how soon. My brother's also stressing me out because school year's obviously over, but he doesn't have his living situation figured out for next year, which is kind of weird, like crazy to me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm sure he's a little bit stressed out about it too, so I haven't been getting on his case, but like, I feel like a lot of people tend to have their like next school year living situation pretty dialed in before the school year ends. Obviously that's not always the case, and it depends on a lot of things, but yeah, I don't know. He says he knows who he wants to live with, he just doesn't have exactly where yet. I think they were waiting to hear back from someone, but like, I don't know, it kind of sounds like if they don't have it yet, that like maybe they should keep looking for other options. But I don't want to like freak him out or over stress him out or anything. I'm sure my mom is already doing plenty of that. Like, even as it was, one of my sisters was sent a Snapchat of my mom kind of getting on the case of my sister who's looking for work, and like, oh, here's how you should look for jobs. But at the same time, like, my parents, as much as I know they just want to help, like, they have very outdated advice, or like, they don't realize that we are aware of how to navigate the job market for the most part. Like, obviously it's always nice to have help, but yeah, they're like, oh, make sure to go to their websites and email the HR person. We're like, yeah, we know how to apply to jobs. Check their websites, they have things online now. We're like, yeah, most of it does in fact happen online, we know. Yeah, and then like my dad's giving resume advice and stuff, which is resume advice is always helpful, but he's got very old school ideas of what should go on like a resume and cover letter and like how formal to be and stuff. So I'm like struggling a lot with these hands. I think I'm kind of getting it now though. Yeah, like I remember going through that, and then they're like, oh, like you should make sure to write cover letters. And I'm like, yep, I know. They typically say, like, oh, submit a cover letter. Like, I know. Like, oh, make sure to follow up on your emails. And I'm like, I know. You get to an age where most of your conversations with your parents is them telling you things and you saying, I know, or pretending you don't know and just being like, oh, yeah, thanks. I totally didn't know, but then you actually did. Let's see how do I want to do this. I kind of want to bend the thumb a little bit, like almost like scary. Maybe even like this. I feel like I should spread these fingers out more. Like maybe like rotate it a little bit. Oh. Let's take this. Yeah, I'll fix the knuckles after. Something like that. Yeah, that's right. And then just have like hand go like this. There used to be that thing about like, oh, you can like read people's fortunes by reading their palms and looking at the lines, because like say this is your palm, your thumb and stuff. And then they were like, oh, if your hand has an M like this, then it means you'll stay married. But if it's like this, like it's 3 separate lines, then you're not gonna get married or something like that. Which is funny because I feel like most people are a mix. Like my left hand has the M and my right hand just has like 3 lines. But I remember in elementary school that was like a big thing, was like, oh, I'm gonna read your fortune, I'm gonna read your palms, and that was like the only thing people had ever looked for. What's that scuffed hand? Maybe I'll try to do a cleaner version of that really quick, but looking pretty solid, I think. Got a fingernail. She got some nice nails for little demonic beastie girl. It's like those little those glamnetic press-ons. Let's do another nail. Nice almond-shaped nails. I gotta also think about like where I want to go to get my nails done for wedding stuff. I still have time, but like I don't know. Things to think about. And then people are like, oh, you should grow out your nails and like have them do your nails on your natural nails instead of like the like little plastic like pieces or whatever. But then I'm like, because my nails are never painted, it just looks really like gross. I feel like if I just grow it out. Like long nails are nice, but like I don't know, I feel like the natural colored long nails sometimes does not look that great. But maybe that's just me being too self-conscious. Self-conscious. Yeah. Okay, we've got 4 fingers there, kind of part of the palm, and then we've got thumb. Thumbnail. I should make those for my YouTube videos, or like my VOD uploads or whatever, at least. Hold on, I think this should be more uniform, because if I go like this, I mean, I guess it kind of comes down and then straight. Something like that. Yeah. Beautiful. That's a hand. I almost feel like maybe these ones should stick up a little bit more. Just a little bit less. This is probably fine. I like that. Did I put too much detail on that? I don't know. We'll see. We'll just keep going. This is all for fun anyways. Here, I'll do her mouth next. Nice toothy grin. Maybe I will upload a little reference on here. Give me a second. Just so that it's a little clearer. What the heck? Okay, I'll have to do this manually. Okay. Give me 1 second to get this picture. This one. Save. Reference. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Nice. I'm gonna use a thinner sketch brush for the teeth. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I didn't realize how much people paid attention to how many teeth they draw. I think partially because people are like, oh, you need to make sure you have an even number of teeth showing, unless it's like a crooked smile. But I'm like, I actually am missing a bottom tooth, so I have an odd number of teeth at the bottom, between my canines. PNG for today? Yeah, the model wasn't quite working, but I gave it some time to kind of refresh, so maybe I'll give it a try again. Let's see. Where is it? For the first few minutes of stream, it wasn't working out too well, but we'll see if it's deciding to behave now. But anyways, hello Crimson, how are you? Hope all is well. I seem to have lost it altogether. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's turn that off. Boo. Is it working? Oh, that's looking better. I like that. All right, we're back in business. Been okay. That's good to hear. Do anything fun over the weekend? Or just chilling? Just chilling, I feel like, is really nice. So I feel like not everyone sees it that way, but I'm like, I love weekends when I don't have plans, especially lately when I've been having so many busy weekends. It's nice to have chill weekends. Chilling, yeah. My family, my parents and stuff, they always seem to have stuff planned. where it's like, oh, we have like some family this or that, like some kind of family get together that we need to all be present for, which is fine. Family time is good, but then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, every weekend there's something. So I'm like, okay, it's nice to have a weekend here and there where I can just like not do anything. I don't think I'm gonna have many of those for a while though. I think right now, I think like the later summer months are looking okay, but I'm saying that like for now because I know we're gonna end up with a whole bunch of like wedding stuff that needs to be done. Like we're already kind of there. We have all these like consultations and stuff that have to happen. Um, we had our floral like consultation thing yesterday, which was very helpful, I will say. I'm like, man, I went in not knowing what to expect, and I came out with like a pretty good vision of what the wedding will potentially look like, which is very reassuring, as someone who has never been huge on like, not that I don't like planning details of things, but like I've never given a lot of thought to like my wedding specifically, so it's nice to have people around who can help with that. Kai's been also this weekend he rediscovered his I don't know if rediscovered, but he discovered his love for Pitbull, I think. We kept a count for how many times he quoted Pitbull between Saturday night and like the end of Sunday. I don't remember what the count ended up at, but the last few hours of Saturday alone, he had like 21 Pitbull quote counts, which was pretty crazy considering it was like literally within like a few hours. It was a lot. But he's been having fun with it. So between that, the other thing he's been saying a lot is Saibao.
Better go through that.
There it is. Someone added to the counter. I'm gonna start a counter on my stream. I'm gonna start a counter on my stream for Kai quoting Pitbull. I was gonna add a little like counter widget, but in the meantime, let's see. What is this? I have a text box here that I was using for like just misc stuff. I seem to have lost it though. What is this? Ah, okay, I'll borrow this. Oh, come on. Oh, I have too many layers on here. Where did it go? I was literally just clicking it. Ah. Okay. Kai Pit Bull quote count. I want to say 2 because he left and then said some more stuff. Tell me you like Pitbull without telling me you like Pitbull. He likes Pitbull so much that he also barks. He barks like a dog just for fun. That's how much he loves Pitbull. I don't even know why that came up again. I think one of his friends was playing some Pitbull. He was like, ooh, yeah. And then one thing led to another, and now I never hear the end of it. Yeah, he also keeps saying Saibao. Saibao. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. So 3. Can I just leave this over here? Oh, I can't. It does update. Yeah, he keeps saying Saibao. And in my head, I'm like, Saibao sounds like a secret middle evolution of Psyduck. Like Psyduck, Saibao, and then Golduck. What would that look like? Like he goes from yellow to like bluish. Would he just be like I guess he could be green in the middle. A middle evolution for Psyduck that's green. We'll call him Saibao. That'd be fun, just design some non-existent middle evolutions. There's a guy on TikTok that does that, but he does pre-evolutions for Pokemon that don't already have them. Or like he did a whole series of like if starters had pre-evolutions. I don't hear the quotes, but I do hear him swearing out loud. Yeah, I closed the door a little bit earlier, and then he opened it a little bit. So yeah, and then I'm gonna close it again. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Yeah, her hair's kind of interesting because I think it's like shorter on one side. I don't know if it's like intentionally shorter. Also, I'm looking at it and I feel like this side piece should be less curly and more just like a little like, just a little bloop, little piece. A little flare, little solar flare. You ever gonna draw bubble cat variants? Probably. I definitely think bubble cat variants would be fun. Like even like bubble like dog or bubble what other animal ears can I put on it? I don't know. But like different animals for bubbles would be really cool. Because I feel like it's a nice little analogy for like thought bubbles. Just floating around, just little ideas. Yeah, I definitely think that would be very cool. One day maybe I'll do a bubble cap, make a bubble cat plushie. Like just for fun. Frozen bubble cat, ooh yeah, like different like elements and stuff. Bubble, like a fire bubble cat. Which sounds kind of like contradictory, but I think it would be cool. Oh, give me a second, Cassie seems to want to go outside. Yeah, frozen bubble cat. Maybe like a flower bubble cat. If I do like stream avatars, like when put like the little stream avatars plugin, I feel like having bubble cat variants would be really cool. Here, let's get her little like chain thingy-mabobber. There's a name for what this thing is, but I can't remember what it is. It's in her little like lore biography thing. I don't play League, but I do sometimes like peruse their lore, and I think it's pretty neat. I just like the stories. they're cool. You can shape smoke into things, so I think you can have a smoke bubble cat. Yeah, that would be pretty neat. One day we'll have enough to have like bubble cat trading cards. There'll be like rare bubble cats and stuff. Ooh, that would be cool. Little collectibles. Maybe before that I can do like add some bubble cats to my shop, make it very gacha like. Do like random bubble cat pins. I think that would be fun. I've never done pins before because they tend to be kind of expensive, and I don't know if I have a big enough audience for it to be worth it. I'm also a little bit scared to do Kickstarter though, because I've seen a lot of successful Kickstarters obviously, but I've also seen my fair share of failed Kickstarters, and that scares me a little bit. I know failure is kind of like inevitable in some senses, like you gotta fail sometimes to get better at things, but it's scary. Maybe one day when I'm not in the middle of planning a wedding. Okay, hold on. I feel like I should break this down the way I did the other one. If I wasn't broke, I'd buy 10 different bubble cat pins. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's also the thing is there's always a minimum quantity for each design you do for a pin. So if I get like 100 of like each design and I do like even just like 5 different designs, that's already like 500 pins that I have to buy. And so yeah, I don't know. It's a scary commitment, but it's one that I think would be really cool. I think maybe if I got into like doing in-person markets and selling and stuff, I could justify it a little bit more because I feel like it's easier to get people to buy things in person, like or like easier to sell things at makers markets because people go to those things and like conventions and stuff with the expectation that they'll probably be spending money on things like that. I think that's this one from Nausicaa, I think. Kai, so one of my friends was watching a bunch of Ghibli with us a while back. We watched Nausicaa twice, and Kai fell asleep both times. So to this day, he still technically hasn't seen Nausicaa. This makes the hand look a lot taller than the other one. I feel like, if anything, these fingers should be longer, but like exist a lot lower. And these can also just be squished down. Okay, I don't even feel like I need. Well, okay, I'll keep this. I'll get rid of the knuckles. You ever thought of doing a limited time event of wedding style products or like wedding or groom bubble cat or something after your wedding? Maybe. It depends on how much time I would have to make it, because I feel like there's a lot of like wedding related stuff I still need to take care of, but like I'm not against it, like doing like some more romantic things, like you said, bride and groom bubble cat would be really cool. I think that would be really fun. That is a fun idea. I feel like I have so many like merch ideas, but never have like the time or resources for the execution of it. But yeah, if there's enough interest, then perhaps that is something I will consider. I'm wondering if I should maybe have these on this side. Go more like this. Use that as the guideline. Anything maybe like this. Yeah. Thanks for the daily doodle. I always forget to remind people about that. Yeah, a lot of people have like very unique daily redeems, but sometimes I feel like depending on who, or like depending on the system, sometimes I get a little confused. Like I follow one streamer who has like a daily redeem, but she has like 5 different ones, and they're like different like monster types, and I don't really know what they mean. They're like, oh, team zombie daily check-in, and team Frankenstein or whatever, team vampire, and I'm like, am I supposed to pick a team and then check in? But then they're also kind of like expensive redeems, so I'm like, I don't know if it's if I should redeem it every time, because I don't watch them that much, so it's not like I have a lot of channel points. But I'm not sure. I'm like, do I check in just anyone that I feel like that day? Yeah, but I think also her time zone's a little tough for me, which is why I don't catch her streams much. But that's also why I get confused when I show up and I'm like, which one do I redeem? I'm trying to think if there's other redeems that I should implement into my channel too. But it seems like we're chilling for now. So, yeah. If anyone has ideas, I am all ears. You know what? I think this thumb is a little long. We'll shave it down to here. This is like afternoon Animal Crossing music. Or like early evening, 2 p.m. Yeah. Your time zone is also troublesome, literally the first thing in the morning. Oh, is it morning for you? I feel like we've talked about this before, but I completely forgot. I knew someone around here was early in the morning. I think maybe you and Bacon? Yeah, I see. It's like 6:50 p.m. for me, so it's actually quite late for me. Not like not late, but it's like after work hours. It's evening for me. Oh, well, good morning. I'll remember that for next time. I should have notes on when everyone's time zones are. Like, I know Lee is on the east coast of North America, so for him it's almost 10 o'clock, right? Yeah, almost 10 o'clock. And then I don't know exactly what time zone Bacon is, but I'm pretty sure when I stream normally it's also morning for him. Wow, so it's early in the morning today for you. Any fun plans for today? Any cool errands to run or plans for the day? I was gonna offer to sing a good morning song, but I don't think I can think of one, nor would I be good at singing it. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I hope you have a good day. From your friend Sammy Doo. That was awful. You're exactly 9 hours ahead of me. Oh, I see. 9 hours. So it's 9 a.m. for you? So it's 7 p.m. for me. 6:50. Yeah, almost. It's almost 7 p.m. for me, which means it would be 10. Wait. 7. Almost 10 a.m. for you. Yeah, I think so. So it's 9:50 for you. Yes. Nice. Quick maths. Except it wasn't that quick. It was actually quite slow. Nice. So it's not like too early right now. It's like a decent morning time. That's fun. What does your morning routine normally look like? Do you typically get up pretty early, or would you say you sleep in? Like, my brother's been home for summer break, and he's been pretty regularly waking up at like noon or like 1 p.m. I think my cousins are kind of like that too. I think it's a pretty college thing. Let's borrow this. Just sorry about the ad jail. See y'all on the other side. what else I keep seeing online is that Delta Airlines flight where they were like super delayed and some girl started singing Moana on the intercom. And people were like, man, if I was on that flight, I would get off immediately, or like I'd be crashing out if my flight was that delayed. And to top it off, we had some kids singing like that. I don't necessarily, well, I didn't really listen to it, but I doubt it was like necessarily like bad. I think it was more just the cringy nature of it. Where it was like, honestly, it was probably like the parent being like, oh, you know, it'd be so cute and wholesome and fun as if you sang for everyone. It would make everyone feel so much better. In reality, it's like really just the parents that are enjoying it. Honestly, my parents would probably be the kind of people to suggest it, but my siblings and I are all very shy and probably would never do that. Ever. Like, even going to Disneyland, you know how they have all those like interactive shows and stuff, or like where the kids participate, like the Star Wars show thing where they call kids up and they, you know, battle with the lightsabers and fight Darth Vader and stuff. They always tried to get us to do it so they get cute home videos, and we pretty much never did. Maybe like once or twice, like here and there, but we were a bunch of introverts. But you know what really sucked though was like, I'm the oldest, so because I came out introverted, my siblings tended to like follow in my footsteps and not participate in things if I didn't participate. But that also meant that if my siblings weren't participating in things, like they didn't want to go up on stage and do this or that, my parents blamed me. They were like, they're not doing it because you're not doing it. And like, oh, see, you're setting an example that like, oh, you should be like super shy and super introverted. So anytime they didn't want to do something, it somehow became my fault. And I feel like that's kind of just the life of an older sibling, is like, parents are like, oh, well, if they all have this problem, then it must be the oldest's fault because, I don't know, for some reason, at least my parents had it in their head that anything they did wrong, they had to have learned from me, which really sucks. So I'm glad we're all adults now, and I can be like, hey, they're their own people. Like, I think I had to tell that to my parents too. Like, when the first time each of my siblings started swearing, because naturally, as you get into middle school and stuff, you hear your peers start using swear words, and then you start saying the swear words. And maybe not for my brother, because I think for my brother, by that time I was in like college or like getting to that age. But for both of my sisters, the first time they swore, my parents blamed it on me. Which, to be fair, for my first sister, she told them like, oh, I heard that word from Sam. But like my other sister, she started swearing. She goes, see, Sam, it's all your fault. Why are you such a bad example? And I'm like, I wasn't even there. Wait, you guys swear in middle school? My middle school, for me, I feel like middle school is where a lot of kids started like swearing and stuff. Not like a lot, but it's definitely where I feel like a lot of the exposure started to like spread like wildfire. Obviously the teacher still didn't like it, but I think that's a very rebellious like preteen age where a lot of kids pick it up. Yeah, looking at middle schoolers now though, sometimes I am like, wow, that feels really young. But at the time it like almost felt normal. I wasn't much of a swearer, not because like I didn't want to, but partially because, like I said, I knew I would get an earful for being a bad example if I started swearing at home and stuff. So I kind of just generally avoided it. Which is funny because I know we brought it up before, and like, so now people get the vibe that I don't swear. Like, I don't know, just in general, like that I'm like not okay with swearing, but I'm like fine with it. I just tend to not. But like not on purpose either, you know. Yeah. Growing up, adolescence. One of our ring bearers is in middle school. He's a teenager now, which is really weird to think about because in my head he's still like he's a baby. You look pure. Yeah, these pure beady eyes. I'm so innocent. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Kai and I were joking about like, oh, you should do a like follower incentive or whatever, where it's like, oh, if you hit 150 followers on Twitch, you'll draw like swimsuit art, right? But then he was like, but it would be really funny if you said that. You're like, oh, 150 followers, I'm gonna do swimsuit art. And then bam, it turns out that I'm drawing Kai in a swimsuit and not me. Bamboozled. I don't think I would be very good at like not safe for work art, if that makes sense. The closest I did was that Twitter trend with the book. Uno reverse, yeah, Uno reverse card. I'm drawing you in a swimsuit. Drawing my viewers in swimsuits. And it's just a bubble cat in a swimsuit. Bubble cat in a bikini. She's got this little like chain thing. This is taking longer than I thought, but I'm not complaining. I think I just spent like a lot of time on the hands, is why. And this is just a sketch too. That's okay. It's nice and fun. Just chilling. This. I feel like I need a better reference too, which I have on my other screen, so or my other tab. I kind of want to emphasize that she's like kind of leaning a little bit, cause she's a hungry girl. Yeah, like her like that's. I know that's not like the main idea of her story, but that's kind of like what I took away from the story. Was she's hungry for blood, but she's still hungry. Hands, the bane of my artistic existence. Oh yeah, I mean, it's been an hour, and I think most of that hour was dedicated to trying to fix these hands. Next time, I'm just gonna. There's the hand. Oh my gosh, that was awful. I mean, it was intended to be awful, but there's the hand. Like a wave. Oh, I put it on that same layer. We'll just go hand 3, 4, 5, and we'll just go wave. Just waving. Hello. Right here, I'll draw a little fist with a pencil. This is me. Oh my gosh, I keep drawing art on that same layer. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Delete this. I was trying to meme it up, and it's not working out. This is my hand, and now I'm drawing. Artist. Okay. Anyways, enough of that. I'm just messing around for no reason now. Okay, I kind of stretched this part of the body out, but we'll make it work. She's got this little like thing in the middle. Yeah, kind of like goes this way, but like this. Reminds me of that augmentation where there's a hand that appears over your mouse. Oh yeah, like the little like custom cursors and stuff. You could also do that in like VTube Studio if you rig like a hand asset to your mouse movement. My only problem with that is that I draw on my iPad, so it's not actually connected to a mouse input. So it doesn't quite work for me. But it would be cool. I think when I rig Big Sammy, like regular live 2D Sammy, I will have it track, like I'll have an option where it tracks my mouse, but I don't think I'll use it that much. I think it would be cool to have it just track with like a combination of like my eyes and like head movements or something like that. Just apply a bunch of physics. That way it's kind of got the illusion of me drawing actively. That's the other thing about the sketches. I never drew the arms. I just figured I'd fill it in later if it made sense. Do something like this. Like shoulders. Boop. Probably something like this. Oh gosh. Roughly. Something like that. Illusion of drawing? You're not actually drawing? I mean, I am, but it's hard to get it to track to look like legit, if that makes sense. Like, because like right now you can't see my hands because I didn't draw hands that draw, but like that way it, I guess better way to phrase it would be the illusion that it's tracking my hand, even though it's not actually tracking my precise hand motions. There is hand tracking available on VTube Studio, but it's more like fingers and like moving your hand in front of the screen kind of thing, and less like hand positions. Or like yeah, like I don't think I'm explaining it well, but the idea is there. I think the other one can go something like this. Or maybe just kind of straight like so you've got a little bit of armpit. A little bit of armpit. Oh, she's kind of got sleeves actually too. Like she's got this like belt thing here. A lot of straps and stuff. I don't know if I like that it's touching her face, but it makes sense with the position of the arm, and I kind of like the arm. Maybe just something like that. I think that's fine. Yeah. Did I ever mention you look and sound like those young streamers that hasn't been exposed to the horrors of the internet? Sammy drawing Luna Snow when? Hi Lee, how are you? I don't know, do I sound that innocent? I swear I'm I don't know. I don't think I'm like that exposed to like the worst stuff on the internet, but it's not like I'm totally sheltered, if that makes sense. I got some new comments. Oh yeah, you mentioned I think last week that you were gonna get some this weekend, right? Sammy has I had to explain slang to you. Okay, that's just me being old, not me being innocent. That's different. That's different. Speaking of, you explained Saibao to me, and now Kai keeps saying Saibao. Well, not because of that, but Kai's been saying Saibao a lot. Well, like SYBAU, but you asked me about Saibao. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I was saying earlier that Saibao sounds like it could be like a secret, like middle evolution of Psyduck. Like Psyduck and then Saibao. We'll draw a middle evolution for Psyduck and it'll be green. Because you know how he goes yellow, then blue, and then we can just put a green in the middle. You sound like an innocent and pure streamer. I hope that's a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. Wholesome space. Sometimes, most of the time. I'm just chilling here. Just chilling. You sound like Sammy Do? No way. That's crazy. Who's this Sammy Do? Why is she stealing my voice? By the way, your pen is silent. Here. Apple Pencil ASMR. I'm just using the eraser though, so you can't really see anything. Can you even hear that? I can't tell if you can hear it. I'll get an ASMR mic just to put it next to the iPad so that you can hear the tip tip tap tap a little. Just teeny tiny tippy tappies. I could tap here. What if I go right under here and point it like this? I don't know if you could hear that. I don't think you could. I think it was even quieter, if anything. Okay. Anyways. Back to it. Yeah, I'm just drawing Briar. I don't even she's from League. I don't even play League. I play TFT sometimes. That's about it. But I just think Briar's really neat. She's pretty cool. I'm saving up for the draw redeem for Luna Snow drawing. Ooh. I will look her up. I think I know what I think I recognize the name and I think I know which one that is. Very exciting. Oh, it's like a little cheek squish emote. That's a cute one. That's a good emote idea. I still gotta do the banana one. I sketched it last stream, but I haven't made progress on it. So maybe tomorrow or something. If I stream tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll do another stream this week because I have a lot of stuff to take care of this weekend, so I might be a little bit busy, but we'll see. Probably won't be streaming Thursday for sure, so I guess it's just a question of whether I'll stream tomorrow. So yeah, no stream. Yeah. No stream, just pack. Only party. Let's just do it like that. Yeah. No party for me, I'm dying. No, why are you dying? Don't die. Don't die on me. Are you okay? Are you sick? Don't die. Kai can give you mouth to mouth. too much sugar in my body. Ooh, yeah. My uncle's been having that problem, but also that's more diabetes related than anything. You know what? You know who had too much sugar in his body the other day was Kai. When we had ice cream and boba, he was like running around all over the place. I think he was also just excited to see his friends. I feel like that was a big part of it. Draw her legs. I know I should probably work from here, but actually I will, yeah. I'll work my way down from here first. Here, I'll do the little belt thing first, actually. And all this just for a sketch. Yeah, we're probably almost at a good point for a break too, actually. I normally do that at the hour mark, but we're actually a little bit past that. Let me just clean this up for a minute. Should go this way. Okay, let me get to a good stopping point. I think let me get to the rest of these shorts or whatever. Okay. Alright, let's take a break there. I'll be back in. Let's do a 15-minute break. Okay, let me turn this on. We'll chill here. And I will be back. I've returned. Oh my gosh, I'm broken. I'm back. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, my phone is so loud. Hello, Lee. Sammy, who's your favorite chatter? I love all my chatters equally. That is the only correct answer. I love all of you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Kisses for everyone. I love that face. It's so funny. When I have Big Sammy, I'll do something like that. It'll be these eyes, though. These eyes, and then the bean mouth. Who's your favorite chatter? Who's your favorite? I would say streamer, but I feel like there's lots of good streamers out there to choose from. It's hard to pick one. What's this one? This says, "Hi chat." Cute. I like. Oh, this one. Boom. Ooh, that's a good one. An explosion. Ooh, I want to do an exploding emote. I should totally do that. That's pretty big brain. I'll put that on my list after banana. I feel like there was another suggestion too. I can't remember, but I remember banana. I think explosion's a good one. How many emote slots do I even have left? Let me see. Emotes. I have 4 more static emote slots and 1 more animated one. So if I do 1 animated explosion one, and then I have 4 more slots for standard emotes, so I could do banana and 3 more, and then I have 2 more under follower emotes. 6, so that's 7 more emotes. There's also bonus. What's the difference between animated emotes and bonus animated emotes? Because there's 2 slots for that. I don't really understand that, but it sounds cool. We need a Sammy loose glasses emotes. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't put a glasses removing toggle on this model. I just realized. I have on all my other practice models, I have an option to take the glasses off. I was back before I started streaming. I always thought, like, if I stream one day, I should do a redeem where I just take my glasses off for 5 minutes. But let me take this timer off also. But my vision is so bad that I actually think I would give myself a headache 5 minutes without my glasses. We were actually, so over the weekend, Kai's sister came over and she taught us a card game. It's kind of like multiplayer solitaire, but like speedy, a little more intense. And we did a round where me and Kai's sister, we both played with our glasses off. My eyesight is way worse than Kai's sister, for the record. And Kai was just watching us, and I felt like such an idiot because like the cards are all laid out across the board, right? And if I could see one of the cards on one end, I could not see the cards on the other. Like I couldn't see more than 1 or 2 cards at a time that were laid out. So it was very, very difficult, but it was really funny. It was definitely amusing. Oh, hi Kai. Oh, Kai came in and he's wearing my hat. Oh my gosh, your butt's sweating. Kai came in and twerked and quoted Pitbull. Where's my counter? Oh, not this one. Oh, I keep losing it. I keep losing my text box. Oh, here it is. Counter 4. Hi, Kylie says hi, Kai, with a cute dancing emoji. Emoji? Whoa, emote. Ooh, I'm such a boomer. Kai says hi, big dog.
I said, what's that big dog?
Sorry, he said, what's up, big dog? What's up, big dog? That's how he said it. He keeps correcting me. What's that emote above it? Is that a car? Dead. Oh, I see, it's a ghost. I'm looking at it really small, so I couldn't tell. The sky? That's what I say. Well, normally I say the sun. People say, what's up? And I say, the sun. Ha ha ha.
I think you said
Although,
sky.
sometimes I say sky. I guess right now for Lee, it would be the sky, because the sun isn't up right now for you. Because it's like 10:30 for you, I think. It's 7:30 for me, but daylight savings whack, so it's still pretty bright out. 11:30. Dang, I was off by a bit. So it's really dark out, probably.
Like pitch.
Unless you're in, like, Alaska, then it's like, or like the North Pole, then it could be anything. Time is but a social construct. Okay, I almost feel like I made this too big, the legs. We'll see. Let's do a knee and straight this way. Ooh. I forgot Alaska. I'm AST, not EST. AST. What's AST? AST. Time. AST, Atlantic Standard Time. Oh, I see. You're further that way than I thought. I forgot Alaska existed. It's okay, many people do. I forget sometimes too, to be honest. It's all the way on the side of the map. You'd be surprised at how many, like, going back to the American stereotypes, you'd be surprised at how many Americans think Alaska's really small, because whenever you see it on an American map, there's a little extra square on the side that just says like, oh, Alaska's like way up north over there, but it's scaled way down, so then it looks really small. But you kind of forget that, people kind of forget that it's not to scale, so Alaska's like geographically humongous.
Geometrically?
Well, technically it's also geometry. It's just technically geographically humongous. So then people are like, oh, what's the biggest state in the US? And then people always say Texas because they forget about Alaska. Okay, the trick I've seen to drawing feet, because I don't draw feet much. Quote. Ooh, I don't know how the quotes thing works, but I know that people like using that. How do I do that? Let's see. Commands. Oh, pre-made commands. Ah, okay. Are these? Ah, okay. Add quote. Oh, is that what that's for? I was curious about that. I've seen people use that. I've never understood it. I still think we need a Sammy lose glasses emote. Yeah, it'll just be me squinting. That'll be on the list too. So we've got explosion, we've got banana, and we've got lost glasses. Saw League in the title. I don't even play League. I play TFT sometimes, and that's about it. I'm so excited that you were playing. Listen. I tried playing once, and I was doing the tutorial. And then Kai was trying to help me through the tutorial, and I was so confused that I started crying. So I play TFT because that's a little less brain power required. I just think Briar is really cool, so I started drawing her. Also because there's that cute like shark skin for her. Like, oh, hi Bacon, how are you? I've been good. Hope you've been well as well. Oh my gosh! Hi, this is Shifter. Thank you for the raid. Woohoo! Hello, everybody. How are you? Oh my gosh, everybody's showing up. Oh my gosh, look at all the emotes on the screen. Faye Raid, hello. How are you? What were you up to? You were doing arts and crafts. What were you making? Mary, hello. Tube, hello. Oh my gosh, it's all of y'all. Hello. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I feel like I've been like lurking in your guys' stream, but like I've been so overwhelmed with like wedding stuff and like just like existing that like I haven't been as super active. But how is everybody? Woohoo, party time. Yeah, I'm just hanging out here drawing League characters, even though I don't play League. I was explaining that I tried playing League once and it stressed me out too much, but I sometimes play TFT, which is like the like easier counterpart to League. Overwhelmed gang, for real, for real. We made a nighttime themed moth necklace. Oh, that sounds really pretty. Ooh, I'll have to go check out the VOD later and see. That sounds really cool. I want to get back into like arts and crafts stuff. I feel like I've had this random urge to get back into like sewing. I've never got like super into sewing, but I did kind of teach myself a little bit during the pandemic. So yeah, I thought I've been thinking about getting back into it, making like tiny little plushies or something. Really cool. It's cool times 3. It's cool, cool, cool. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll definitely need to check it out then. But yeah, if you need to raid and run, totally feel free to take care of yourself. And if not, I hope you guys enjoy hanging out here. I'm drawing this kind of cool League character. I just think her chibi is really cute, and she's kind of supposed to be like a bloodthirsty character, but I feel like I read her lore and I was like, man, at the root of it all, she's just a hungry girl. She's just a hungry girl. So I thought I'd make some cute art of her. You came just in time to watch me attempt to draw her feet, which sounds really weird, and I feel like it will definitely be interpreted as really weird. But we'll see. I haven't drawn feet very much, but she doesn't wear shoes, so we're gonna give it our best try. Yeah, I feel like the advice I've seen online, which is weird that I know this, but I feel like one time I was like complaining about not knowing how to draw feet, and then as if my algorithm was listening, they gave me someone's tutorial on how to draw feet. It's past my bedtime. I do need to head to sleep, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your stream, Sammy. Thank you so much. Have a good sleep, and thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate you bringing your community in here, and I will do my best to take care of everyone. Good night, good night. Yeah. But yeah, for feet, what I've heard is it sometimes helps to draw the footprint first. So like you kind of draw like the foot pad, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. And then kind of draw the general placement of toes. This is gonna get really weird. I hope this and then you kind of build from there. And I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I'm no foot connoisseur, but we'll see where this takes us. I feel like this is kind of long for a foot, but maybe I'm just overthinking it a bit. I kind of like the pigeon-toedness of her. It's kind of cute. Now that I say that out loud, saying her feet are cute is kind of odd. The classic, then I draw the rest of the owl tutorial. Yeah, for real. That's kind of how I like keep seeing it, and I'm like, I don't know what that entails, but we're just gonna start throwing lines on there and then see what happens. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, we may see Sammy rage quit for the first time. Rage quitting over feet would be kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like, or the one that I remember seeing a lot was how to draw a rose. First draw a cabbage, then color it red. And then someone was like, oh, then how do you draw a cabbage? And so they added another tutorial. How to draw a cabbage. First draw a rose, and then color it green. Oh, that's a nice foot emo. Hello, Nova, I assume? Hey, it's Gripper. I like it. I've been seeing, I feel like my chatters have been bringing up a lot of feet and handkerchief / panty emotes. Wait, I just realized there's only 4 toes on here. Hold up, I'm missing a toe. I'm missing a toe. I thought something looked weird. Let's just squeeze a toe in there. We'll just put them real close together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes. That makes more sense. Sammy, what's your favorite armor from Star Wars? Armor? I don't know if I'm familiar with Star Wars in that way. Do you have a favorite? Maybe you can give me a rundown on some of the armor in Star Wars. I mean, it's 20% easier to draw the foot if you leave off one toe. That's true, yeah. I bet if you're missing a toe, you could totally ask for like 10% off of pedicures. I am Sammy Day modern slang keep up chatter. True. Sometimes I can't keep up with the slang of the kiddos these days, so I've been asking Lee for help. He had to explain Saibao to me because I kept seeing it. It was like people keep commenting like Saibao, not on like my videos, but on videos that I see. Oh my gosh, this is turning out pretty awful. Okay, we'll give it a try. But I kept seeing Saibao and I kept seeing the droopy rose emoji, and so Lee was explaining that meant shut your bitch ass up. That's what Saibao is, and I'm like, oh, good to know. These toes just kind of look like a line of little grapes. My favorite is Death Trooper, next to TIE Fighter Pilot and Phase 2 Clone Armor. Ah, I know of the TIE Fighters. I feel like Star Wars terms I've heard a lot, but I never like put together what anything is. Like my brother, when he was little, was very into Star Wars. He had all sorts of like books and stuff on Star Wars, and like, so I like recognize the terms and I recognize the names, but I wouldn't call myself very knowledgeable. Oh my gosh, this foot looks awful. Holy moly. Okay, maybe I can work with this though. Maybe you can go from here. This might just turn into a come back to it later kind of thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, this does not look right. Okay, we're gonna go to plan B. Let's start that over. I'll leave that there just in case. My first time hearing Saibao, but now I know. Yeah, I don't know if, do you say Saibao actually, or do you say SYBAU? Like kind of like how you say like LOL, but sometimes people like for LMAO, they'll just say Lamau. Sammy Star Wars watch party, watching all the good stuff. That's a lot of movies to watch. What order do you guys usually watch the Star Wars movies in? Release order or like chronological order? Okay, anyways, the other version of drawing feet that I have seen is drawing kind of like a duck, but I feel like that's more for front facing stuff. So it's like at the heel and then you have like a duck bill shape, which I'm not gonna lie, already off the bat this is looking a little worse. Maybe if I connect it like that, that's kind of foot shaped, I think. Okay, I'm kind of just throwing like shapes on here. Wait, the big toe should be in here. I'm trying to squeeze more toes in here than I have room for. I've done it again. I'm missing a toe. Just say it out loud and then put Saibao when type. Oh, so say it out loud like that. It out loud. Like you say be right back, but you type BRB. Sometimes I say BRB, but maybe I'm old for doing that. Sometimes there's things that I think are like cool and hip and normal, and then my siblings are like, oh my gosh, that aged you so much. My siblings aren't even like that much younger than me, or at least one of my sisters isn't. One of my sisters is like 2 years younger than me, but like each of my siblings is like 2 years younger than the last, 2 to 3 years. So my youngest sibling is 8 years younger than me. So he loves to remind me of our age gap all the time. Man, feet are hard. Big props to people who can draw feet well, because oh my gosh. Okay, this is kind of a good shape. Let's see if we can make this look decent. We don't watch Acolyte and the sequel trilogy. It's so bad. Adnor is peak Adnor? Or does that stand for something? I've heard people didn't really like Acolyte, which kind of sucks because I feel like there was a lot of hype for it because the actor from I think Squid Game was the star of that one. Andor. What's that one? I don't know if I recognize that. I remember the sequel trilogy. I didn't mind it that much, but I also feel like a lot of like die-hard fans were not a fan of that one. But I can't remember why now. I know one of the actresses got kind of bullied a lot for that role, and I felt really bad because she seemed like a really cool person. Like she did a lot of like promo leading up to the movie, so I was really excited for her, and it was kind of like her big breakout role. But it seemed like she had a not so great experience with it. I want to say she came back to acting for a little bit after that, though. It basically retcons a bunch of lore and messes up the continuity. No, I trust you have to do the Star Wars watch party. Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, wasn't... Oh, okay. I think I do remember Andor now. Ad. Oh no, sorry about the ad jail. Ah. I think I might remember now because I was seeing a lot of Star Wars memes, but I couldn't remember what it was for. Oh my gosh. Add over. Oh, nice. I'm just struggling with feet. I think was Andor the one that came out recently and people were talking about the lightsaber changing color? I'm trying to think. Sorry, I got lost in thought and then lost in the toes, which I need to stop talking about feet like this. But there was one where the lightsaber changed color, and there were a lot of fans that were like, "Oh, that's not accurate because it's the kyber crystal that determines the color of the lightsaber," which I do remember from Star Wars Land and Disneyland. Was that the one, or was that something else? I haven't kept up with the Star Wars stuff as much as I not like would like to, but like kind of wish I did. Because I have a friend who was/is really into Star Wars. I haven't talked to him in a while, but oh, my VTube studio broke. Oh, my mouth is kind of moving. Okay, I guess this is life now. We've got laggy do today. Lazy writing? Oh, I see. Yeah, that was the vibe I was getting. I didn't watch any of it or anything, but I was getting that impression from the fan reactions. Oh my gosh, super laggy do. This is crazy. Maybe if I just keep swaying back and forth, it'll eventually catch up again. This is what happened at the beginning of stream, so I had to switch to my PNG. I might have to do that for a little bit. Okay, where is Sammy Reactive? There we go. Okay, we're gonna give Scuffy Doo a break. Maybe restart VTube Studio. Okay, anyways. So in order, you watch Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars movie, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Bad Batch, Rebels, Original Trilogy, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. Okay. That was in the Acolyte, and what happened is the lightsaber turned from red to blue. Or turned red from blue. I see. Yeah, I think I saw a clip of that scene, and people were not happy with it. Understandable, because I don't know much about the lore, but I did understand that it's not something that typically just happens like that. But yeah, I'm about to nerd out. Feel free to nerd out. I love seeing people nerd out. I love nerding out sometimes. I feel like I can never think off the top of my head of things I would like naturally nerd out about. It just kind of happens. Oh, you know what? For me, I think the Hunger Games a little bit. I think mostly because I was like the target audience when the original trilogy for the Hunger Games came out. So now that the new books and stuff have been coming out and the casting announcements for the newest movie have been coming out, I've been very excited about that. My sister's been really excited too. So we've been, every time they made a new casting announcement, we would like immediately text each other and be like, "Oh my gosh, new cast announcement." One thing I do like about Suzanne Collins is that she always is very careful about like not like she's always said like I won't write new books just for the sake of continuing the franchise. She specifically is like, "Oh, I write when I feel like I have something to say about like the world or about, you know, the state of essentially the state of the world." And I do like that she took a story that everyone felt like they knew already and was like and made that like a big theme, is like, "Oh, here's something that you think you know about in history, and in this case in the history of that existing universe, and then here's how it was like twisted by those in power," you know, like how stories get twisted in history and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, there's some deep stuff in here." Let's see. So red lightsaber doesn't occur naturally, and the only way for a red lightsaber to get its color is by bleeding the crystal. Okay, I did hear about that. I didn't fully understand it, but I got the idea. And that's a long and painful process, and the Force user has to inject all their hate and fear into the crystal to turn red. What about Obi-Wan series? Oh, I forgot about that one. I tried to watch Clone Wars a long time ago, and I think I only got a few episodes in, but I do want to get back into it. Oh, wasn't there the Ahsoka movie too? Or show? Or was that a show or movie? Or was that... I thought I remember seeing something about that. Obi-Wan, I forgot about that one, and Andor, and Rogue One. Oh yeah, Rogue One. That's before the original trilogy, but after Rebels. Sammy watch party. That's later. Let's see. How do watch parties work? Like, would I just... I think most people I've seen do watch parties just put the little timer up for the movie, right? Do people actually want that? I don't know. I feel like I talk a lot in movies, but like I don't know if it's like an entertaining kind of talking through movies. Like I don't feel like people would enjoy hearing me talk through movies. I'll just live tweet as I go through the movie or something like that, or like post on Threads or Blue Sky as I my commentary on the movie. It's a lot of movies to go through in the franchise though. Ahsoka's after Boba Fett, so I can nerd out. I think it typically works best as a Discord thing. That makes sense. Yeah, people or someone like streams it, right? I'm still kind of not very great at Discord. I know a couple people were saying I should set up a server, and I think I will eventually, but I think I've been putting it off a little bit because I'm worried that I'm gonna do something wrong or like set it up wrong and like, I don't know, kind of scary. During lockdown, I watched hours of Star Wars lore. That sounds like a good way to keep up with things too. I feel like, yeah, around the pandemic, my fiance and his friends started doing like nightly movie things, or weekly or nightly, where like every day someone would stream a movie around the same time each night, and whoever was available would just kind of hop in and watch the movie together. That was pretty fun. They continued it after the pandemic too. Nowadays, I think they do it less, but I think they still do like horror movies and stuff, like around Halloween time, which is pretty fun, I think. Yeah. Movie watch along sounds fun though. Yeah, stream it in Discord, mute everyone, and the soundboard, and chat via text in the voice chats text chat area. Oh, I see. Maybe I will consider it then. Maybe one of these days. That looks kind of funky. I feel like my problem is I'm making these ankles really large. I will probably come back to touch these up because this is looking a little bit funky. I've got some funky looking feet. Oh my gosh, if you look at the layers on my screen, there's so many just variations of feet. There's other projects, I don't know where they are for in the line of the movies. Trust me, fives will have you crying. I am a movie crier, so I believe that. I'm sure that at least one of the movies will make me emotional. I feel like more than anything, I get emotional at like movie soundtracks. Not necessarily like because they're sad, but sometimes like if I just recognize music from somewhere, like I've heard it, like it seems slightly familiar. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, my heartstrings are getting pulled. It's a ton of fun. If you'd ever like to see an example of one prior to trying it yourself, I have friends who do them regularly. I can invite you to. Ooh, yeah, maybe. That would be helpful. Yeah, I think I definitely want to just kind of chill and like participate in other people's before I ever try something like that. Yeah. These feet have layers, like onions, like ogres. Oh, this is anime that Kai started watching recently, or Kai started watching with me, called Witch Watch, and the main character is an ogre. And we thought it was really funny that, like it's mostly like a comedy anime, I think, but the main character is supposed to be like an ogre, and he has this mug that has an onion on it, and it's got like an angry face on it, and we're like, oh my gosh, just like in Shrek, how it's like, oh, ogres are like onions, we have layers. Yeah, I thought that was a cute little, I don't know if it was like intended to be like a reference or if it was just like a little hee hee ha ha cute onion kind of thing, but yeah. That's a cool reference. Yeah, I thought so. It was definitely unexpected. I was like I didn't even think about it until Kai brought it up, and he was like, "Oh, it's a Shrek reference, I think." And I was like, "Oh, I did not even make that connection." Okay, these legs are very different. One's like short and stubby, and one's like long and skinny. Okay, I think I like the long and skinny one though. I think the problem is I've been staring at the screen too long and now nothing is making sense to me. Yeah, we're going on 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie, I might actually end soon because I actually haven't had dinner yet. Normally I eat dinner before stream, but today I had kind of a late lunch, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll start a little bit early and then just eat later. Is Witch Watch good? I haven't started that one yet. It's definitely like kind of like a whimsical one. I'm enjoying it. There are definitely, I will say, there are definitely moments that make me cringe a little bit, but I think that's also like, it's very easy to make me cringe because there's that like little hint of like slice of life, like romancy vibes, but I think for the most part it's very fun and like funny. Like I'm trying to think of what a good equivalent would be. I think like the early episodes of Apothecary Diaries had a similar vibe where it just kind of felt like situational comedy. Okay, Apothecary Diaries is not a good comparison actually, but I don't know, I'm enjoying it so far. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorite ones ever, but there's definitely like, I think one thing that makes it easy to watch is a lot of the episodes, at least the recent ones, are kind of almost split into like 2 mini episodes, so it's like 2 separate plot lines. And I like to kind of watch anime sometimes like in between like my workday or like during my lunch breaks and stuff, so the shorter bits makes it really easy to get through. So yeah, if Sammy ran one, I'd definitely be there if I could, for part of it at least. I don't think I could stay for all of it. Yeah, I don't even know if I would have enough stamina for all of the Star Wars movies, but I'll definitely keep it in mind. I'll definitely consider it. I don't know if it would be anytime soon though, but maybe one day, maybe another movie or something just to trial run it. Because I think committing to the entire Star Wars franchise is a big big commitment, because I would feel bad if I went through like a couple movies and was like, okay, never mind, we're not gonna do this anymore. I like when they do that. Yeah. They're like little bite-sized snippets. Okay, I'm gonna delete all these extra feet layers. Delete. Okay. Yeah, this is the feet can definitely use some tweaking. I might do that either at a later time or off stream. There's still more to be done with the back of her like, I don't know what you would call that. There's a name for it in her biography, but I can't remember what it's called. I agree with that, Sammy. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might call it there. Let's see who we can. Do we feel like doing a raid today? We have quite a few chatters today. Which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes if I'm by myself I still just kinda raid anyways. But yeah, I think I might wrap up because I'm getting a little bit hungry. just like Hungry Girl Briar here. Let's see. There is someone I know who's streaming. Let's see. I don't think they're ending, and they're also doing art. Okay, let me set this up. I still feel like I'm getting a little bit I still feel like I'm a little bit slow at like setting up the raids, but while I do this, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, raiders, for chilling with me, hanging out and keeping me company. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream so much the rest of the week because I have some wedding event stuff this weekend that needs a little bit of attention and preparation, so I might be a little bit busy. So if I do stream again this week, it would probably be tomorrow after work, but if not, it might not be until next week. But you found someone so quick though. I've been trying to like be efficient about it because sometimes I get kind of stuck on it, and then sometimes I'll like start the raid and like my thing will have like a little bit of a hiccup. And I think last time I tried a raid, I don't know how, but like the raid didn't work, so I tried raiding someone else, and then my viewers got split between two channels. I didn't know that was possible, but yeah, go wedding plan girl. Yeah, for real. That's kind of what it feels like. Is every day I'm like, oh my gosh, the wedding planning has to happen. But okay, I'll send some raid messages. Let's go raid and sub raid. And yeah, okay, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Sin, for the raid, and oh, thank you, Blanket, for the raid earlier today too. And yeah, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, and if not, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bye bye.